No one was supposed to see this. For years, fans believed Young Thug and YSL Woody were locked in loyalty. Same crew, same streets, same struggle. But now, a piece of unseen footage has surfaced that's shaking the internet and flipping the entire YSL narrative upside down. Because in this video, Young Thug doesn't look calm. He doesn't look calculated. He looks angry. What fans are seeing has people asking one dangerous question. Did Young Thug really attack YSL Woody? Social media is in meltdown mode. Some say the footage proves there was real internal beef inside YSL, long before the court cases. Others believe this video explains why certain people flipped, why alliances cracked, and why the trial went the way it did. But here's the scary part. This footage didn't just appear randomly. It leaked at a time when everything is already falling apart. Was this an accident? Or was this video meant to be seen? Because once you watch it, you can't unsee it, and once the truth starts leaking, there's no going back. Today we're breaking down what really happens in the unseen footage, the hidden tension between Young Thug and YSL Woody. Y fans believe this changes everything about the YSL case. Stay till the end. Because what we reveal might explain why this situation was always destined to explode for years. Young Thug and YSL Woody were seen as brothers. In every sense, to outsiders it looked like a perfect relationship, mutual respect, loyalty, and shared vision. YSL was more than a label. It was a movement, a family. Fans believed they were untouchable, that nothing could break their bond. But as we all know, appearances can be deceiving. Recently, a piece of unseen footage surfaced online that has completely rocked the YSL world and left fans speechless. The clip is raw, unedited, and short, but it tells a story that nobody could ignore. The moment it leaked, the internet exploded with speculation, comments, and heated debates. And for good reason. What the footage shows could rewrite everything fans thought they knew about Young Thug, YSL Woody, and the dynamics inside the label. In the video, Young Thug is visibly agitated. His pacing is sharp, his gestures abrupt, his voice elevated, carrying an intensity that makes everyone in the room freeze. Across from him, YSL Woody looks tense but measured, aware that the situation could spiral out of control in an instant. The tension is palpable, and it's clear from the body language that this isn't a casual argument. Something serious is happening, something that could have long-term consequences for everyone involved. Fans immediately notice the most shocking element. Young Thug steps closer to Woody aggressively, without hesitation. There's no joking around, no playful banter. The aggression is real. Woody, in contrast, remains calm, almost defensive, his eyes scanning the room, calculating the next move. This contrast, Thug's intensity versus Woody's controlled demeanor, set the internet on fire. Fans started speculating, is this the moment when trust between the two was fractured? The leak has caused a massive stir online. Social media exploded as fans dissected every second of the clip. Some argue that this confrontation proves there was internal conflict in YSL long before any legal issues or court cases, while others believe it's the missing piece explaining Woody's later decisions. The speculation ranges from alliances crumbling to strategic moves that were planned behind the camera. The rawness of the footage makes it feel authentic, unfiltered, untampered, and brutally honest. You can see the tension, you can feel it, and you can't look away. Sources close to YSL have hinted that the footage reveals more than just a single incident. According to insiders, the confrontation captured in the video had been brewing for weeks. Tensions that were invisible to fans were reaching a breaking point. Small disagreements, unspoken frustrations, and minor slights escalated into something dangerous. Young Thug, once the voice of calm and control, is shown here, letting emotions take over, while Woody, the usually outspoken and confident figure, chooses caution and restraint. That decision alone, according to sources, would change the trajectory of their relationship forever. What makes this footage even more significant is the timing. The leak surfaced when YSL was already under intense scrutiny, and every action by the members was being analyzed under the microscope of social media and the press. The video didn't just capture a moment. It highlighted a pattern of tension that had been quietly developing. And for fans trying to understand the recent legal troubles and internal disputes, this footage serves as a shocking clue. Suddenly, things that seemed random or coincidental start to make sense. Alliances that appeared solid were never as strong as they seemed. Decisions that shocked fans are now easier to understand in the context of this confrontation. Another critical detail. Fans picked up on the people surrounding Young Thug and Woody in the room. Their reactions, subtle as they might be, reveal the stakes of the moment. Everyone is on edge, unsure if the argument will escalate further. The room's energy changes in real time, and even a casual observer can sense the fear and anticipation. This isn't a private argument anymore. It's a spectacle that has been leaked to the world, forcing fans to witness a side of YSL that was previously hidden. Online, reactions have been intense. Fans are divided, with some defending Thug, claiming that stress and pressure can lead anyone to act irrationally, while others are convinced that this moment marks a turning point in the group's internal hierarchy. Memes, reaction videos, and analysis clips flooded social media platforms within hours of the leak. Every gesture, glance, and word in the footage is being scrutinized. Even minor details like how Woody positions his hands or the subtle changes in Thug's tone have sparked endless debates. For insiders, the significance goes beyond fan reactions. Those familiar with YSL's internal workings claim that this confrontation was a microcosm of larger issues: trust, loyalty, pressure, and the challenges of navigating fame while maintaining street credibility. Young Thug, as the de facto leader, was confronted with the reality that influence alone cannot control emotions, relationships, or external pressures. And Woody, who has been perceived as a loyal lieutenant, showed that restraint and strategy could be just as powerful as aggression. This video also raises questions about the aftermath. If this moment had such an impact, how did it influence the decisions made in the following months? Insiders suggest that the confrontation may have shaped key choices regarding alliances, legal strategies, and even the way members interacted, publicly and privately. The unseen footage isn't just a snapshot. It's a critical piece of the YSL story, offering context for events that unfolded later. Fans now wonder, if this video had not leaked, would the narrative of YSL's internal conflicts be so widely discussed today? Ultimately, this footage is more than a visual record of an argument. It's a window into power dynamics, human emotion, and the consequences of tension within a high-stakes environment. It reveals that even those who seem untouchable, loyal, or in control can experience moments of volatility that ripple across their entire world. For Young Thug and YSL Woody, this moment is unforgettable, and for fans, it's impossible to ignore. One thing is clear: this footage has irrevocably changed the conversation around YSL. What seemed like ordinary interactions are now under the microscope. What appeared to be minor disagreements have proven to be pivotal moments in a story filled with loyalty, betrayal, and tension. And for anyone watching closely, it's evident that this is just the beginning. There are more layers to uncover, more secrets to reveal, and more questions that demand answers. The streets are watching, the fans are talking, and the unseen footage has made one thing very clear: in YSL, nothing stays hidden for long. The tension that surfaced in the leaked footage didn't just vanish once the clip circulated online. If anything, it magnified. For Young Thug and YSL Woody, that moment marked the beginning of a silent war. One that wasn't fought in public, but in whispers, glances, and unspoken mistrust. Fans might see the flashy music videos, the glamorous lifestyles, and the public appearances. But behind the scenes, YSL was a pressure cooker about to explode, according to sources close to the label. The footage ignited a chain reaction. Young Thug, once viewed as the unshakable leader, became hyper-vigilant, constantly analyzing his team's loyalty. Every conversation, every meeting, every decision was scrutinized. Woody, on the other hand, reportedly started distancing himself, acting cautiously, and choosing words with precision. What was once a brotherhood built on trust began to feel transactional, loyalty measured, friendships questioned. Social media didn't help. Every leak, every snippet, every fan theory added fuel to the fire. Analysts on YouTube and Instagram dissected the footage frame by frame, creating endless speculation. Some argued that this confrontation was a turning point that led to legal complications, while others believed it foreshadowed internal betrayal that fans would never fully understand. The court of public opinion had already rendered its verdict, and the streets were watching. Meanwhile, legal pressure mounted. The ongoing RICO investigations, subpoenas, and witness testimonies created a suffocating environment. Sources claim that Young Thug's leadership was tested like never before. Decisions that would have been easy under normal circumstances became loaded with consequences. Every alliance, every handshake, and every silence carried weight. And in that environment, the dynamics from the leaked footage resurfaced in every discussion, influencing choices that could mean freedom or imprisonment. For Woody, the aftermath was equally intense. The footage made it clear to him that alliances within YSL were fragile. What may have started as a heated confrontation escalated into a question of survival. Insiders say he became hyper-aware of his surroundings, wary of even the closest associates. The label that once functioned as a family began to fracture under the pressure. Conversations stopped being open and transparent. loyalty became currency, and trust was a rare commodity. The silence within YSL spoke volumes. Young Thug and Woody weren't publicly addressing the footage, and neither were any other members. But insiders say the energy inside meetings, studios, and private sessions shifted. There were tense pauses, subtle exchanges, and side glances. Small signs of distrust that insiders say were impossible to ignore. Even those outside the inner circle could sense the change. Something had broken, and the group's cohesion was now in question. Fans noticed too. Clues in social media posts, music lyrics, and cryptic messages hinted at internal tension. While some brushed it off as marketing or drama, others argued that the situation was real and escalating. Memes, reaction videos, and speculation ran rampant online. The footage had set off a chain reaction, creating a perfect storm of paranoia, analysis, and hype. Insiders also suggest that this confrontation influenced strategic decisions that impacted the legal case. Choices about cooperation, testimony, and public statements were allegedly shaped by the lingering tension from that day. It wasn't just about emotions, it was about survival. The footage gave people leverage whether they intended to use it or not. Every move became calculated, every word weighed, and every silence questioned. The most dangerous aspect of all this was how quickly trust eroded. YSL, built on the idea of loyalty and unity, was now operating in fragments. People who once supported each other unconditionally were suddenly questioning motives. Small incidents became signs of disloyalty, and the atmosphere of suspicion escalated. The label wasn't just fighting external pressure, it was fighting itself. Online reactions mirrored this chaos. Fans debated, analyzed, and theorized endlessly. Some claimed that the footage explained why certain members appeared distant in interviews or social media posts. Others argued it foretold the eventual betrayal that would shake the foundation of YSL. One thing was clear: the unseen footage had fundamentally altered the perception of the label, both internally and externally. The story had changed, and there was no going back. And then there's the streets. Word travels fast, and when the footage leaked, everyone involved, from peers to rivals, knew the dynamics had shifted. Reputation, power, and influence were suddenly vulnerable. Young Thug's authority was questioned in hushed conversations. Woody's decisions analyzed for hidden meaning, and YSL's image became a fragile balance between loyalty and self-preservation. It's clear that the footage wasn't just a confrontation, it was a spark that set off weeks of tension, internal power struggles, and silent wars. It affected decisions, relationships, and even legal strategies. And the most shocking truth? According to insiders, this was far from the last revelation. The fallout from that one moment was still unfolding, setting the stage for Part 3, where betrayals could become public, and the consequences could reach their peak for anyone following closely. The lesson is simple. In a world where loyalty is everything, and the stakes are life-altering, one unseen moment can change everything. The silent war has begun, and nobody inside YSL can ignore it. And for fans, analysts, and observers, the story is only growing darker, more dangerous, and far more compelling. The footage had already shaken fans, insiders, and the streets, but nothing could prepare the world for what came next. After the leak, every move by Young Thug, YSL, Woody, and the rest of the label was scrutinized under an unforgiving lens. Social media blew up with reactions, some praising the transparency, others condemning the violence, and many questioning loyalty. The narrative had shifted. YSL was no longer just a label or a crew. It had become a battlefield of trust, betrayal, and power. For Young Thug, the pressure was immense. His every post-interview and public appearance was dissected. Insiders say he felt the weight of both leadership and scrutiny, knowing that one misstep could escalate the situation further. Every glance, gesture, or cryptic message was now public fodder. His reputation, carefully built over years, was under threat, and the footage reminded everyone that even the most influential figures are vulnerable when loyalty fractures. Woody's response was just as calculated. Sources close to him claim he became hyper-aware of optics and perception. While he didn't publicly retaliate, insiders noticed subtle moves, shifting alliances, strategic messaging, and measured interactions. Every action seemed deliberate, designed to protect reputation while navigating the storm unleashed by the leaked confrontation. The streets understood the message. Woody wasn't a passive player. He was calculating, waiting for the right moment to assert himself. The public, meanwhile, had its own role in the chaos. Fans, analysts, and critics dissected every second of the footage, turning every small detail into viral talking points. Hashtags related to the confrontation trended globally. Reaction videos racked up millions of views, and conspiracy theories flourished. The narrative went beyond music. It became a social phenomenon, Everyone wanted to know what really happened behind closed doors. Who betrayed whom? Is this just the beginning of YSL's internal collapse? The pressure didn't stop at social media. In the streets, word traveled fast. Rivals and peers who had been watching from a distance now saw openings. The footage exposed vulnerabilities in a crew that was supposed to be untouchable. And insiders suggest that this shift in perception altered the balance of power. Leaders had to reassess alliances, and members who once felt secure began second-guessing their positions. Trust, once assumed, became a currency more valuable than money or fame. As the weeks unfolded, additional leaks and insider stories surfaced, deepening the chaos. Allegiances were tested, relationships strained, and speculation about the next big fallout became endless. Music releases, collaborations, and public appearances were all interpreted as moves in a larger game of power. Even casual fans began connecting dots between the leaked footage and subsequent behaviors, creating a narrative that extended far beyond what the video initially showed. The most shocking part? The footage had implications far beyond internal drama. According to sources, the confrontation set off a ripple effect in ongoing investigations and legal strategies. Decisions that might have seemed minor, choosing which associates to meet, what statements to make, or which legal teams to consult, were influenced by the fear, mistrust, and tension captured in that brief moment. The footage wasn't just history, it was actively shaping the present. Fans also noticed subtle signs in music and social media. Lyrics that seemed ordinary suddenly felt pointed. Posts that seemed casual now read as warnings. Videos that once celebrated unity were now interpreted as strategic displays of power. Everything was scrutinized and every move had meaning. The unseen confrontation had transformed YSL into a chessboard, each member a piece, each decision a potential game-changer. By now, the situation had reached a boiling point. Public opinion, street perception, and insider knowledge collided. To create an environment of extreme tension, Young Thug, YSL Woody, and the rest of the label were navigating a world where the past confrontation could not be erased, where trust was fragile, and where one wrong move could ignite another crisis. The stakes had never been higher. One undeniable truth emerges. The leaked footage did more than reveal a moment of anger. It exposed the fragility of relationships, the intensity of loyalty, and the consequences of unchecked tension. The public now holds a piece of the story that insiders knew was dangerous, and the streets are watching every move. The question that remains unanswered and will continue to haunt the narrative is this: what happens next when trust is shattered, alliances are tested, and every action is under the microscope? The fallout is far from over. One leak led to another. One confrontation exposed hidden tensions. And one viral moment proved that no one, no matter how powerful, influential, or loyal, is immune to the consequences of a fractured bond. The stage is set for the next chapter, and one thing is certain. In the world of YSL, nothing will ever be the same. If you thought the footage was shocking, wait until you see what comes next. We've just scratched the surface of the tension between Young Thug and YSL Woody, and the story is far from over. The streets are buzzing, fans are divided, and insiders are hinting at moves that could change everything. That's why your opinion matters. What do you think really happened in that room? Who do you side with? Young Thug or YSL Woody? Drop your thoughts in the comments right now, because we want to hear your take before part 2 hits. And don't just stop there. Smash that like button if this video blows your mind, because the more engagement we get, the more we can uncover exclusive insider info, breakdowns, and even more leaked footage for you. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the explosive continuation of this saga. Is going to go even deeper, revealing secrets, betrayals, and shocking consequences that nobody saw coming. Share this video with your friends, your crew, or anyone who's following the YSL story. Because once people see it, everyone will be talking about it. The conversation isn't just online, it's in the streets, it's in every DM, and it's right here on this channel. Remember, this is only, and things are about to get even crazier. Stay tuned, stay alert, and keep watching, because in the world of YSL, nothing is ever as it seems. The next chapter is coming, and you won't want to miss it.